Okay, let's hear from our 2012 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Championship team. And that's James Buescher, crew chief Michael Shelton, team owner Steve Turner is on his way. Tonight, James drove the number 31 Great Clip Chevrolet. And this is his first NASCAR Camping World Truck Series title. He becomes the 12th different driver to ever win a NASCAR Camping World Truck Series championship. At 22 years old, he's the second youngest series champion in history. And this is Michael Shelton's first career championship in the truck series. This is Turner Motorsports' first career truck series title as well. Come on up. And so we offer up congratulations to James, to Michael Shelton, and team owner Steve Turner. Congratulations to everybody on a great championship.
Thank you.
James, you told me a second ago you know it got kind of interesting out there. Certainly did, but you know, you're the champion, and tell us how that feels.
It feels great. You know, it definitely was a nail biter down to the end. Ty, we were in range of being the champion for most of the race, and one of the late restarts there, Ty got a good jump on the field and was making a charge for the lead, it looked like, but I was doing everything I could to keep our Great Clip Chevy going forward. It was pretty loose and really slick out there. You know, just struggled finding speed in our truck tonight, but we did what we had to do to win the championship, and it worked out into our favor. So, you know, I got to thank everybody on this team, Michael Shelton, Steve Turner, for a great year. You know, championship or no championship, it was going to be a great year, and to win the championship after winning 4 races this season, it makes it an incredible year. So, couldn't be more proud of this team, and now we get to stress-free celebrate.
Michael, just talk about what it means to be a championship crew chief.
It definitely means a lot. I mean, like James said, this is a dream come true. I guess three years since we kind of started the deal, and it's all finally come together. I just can't thank Steve Turner enough for believing in me and James and giving us this opportunity.
Steve Turner, you've had a super year. Not only have you won a championship in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, but you've had a lot of wins. You've won that 30 truck one, 32 truck at a good year. You won at 4 truck at Rockingham. You've won in the Nationwide Series. So just congratulations. But I got to believe that this championship is one that you'll remember for a long, long time.
Well, you'll always remember your first championship in NASCAR's top 3 series. But, you know, Daytona this year was the 31. That was unbelievable there. Casey won our first truck race and broke the ice, and then every driver we seem to be able to put into trucks this year has been able to win. That shows that the shop, all the guys at the shop that work so hard on weekends and nights, it's not with their families, gives these drivers what they need. That's the most important thing to me.
We'll take questions now for our championship team. Reed has one right here.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. James, how closely were you keeping track of positions toward the end of the race there? Because I know at one point Ty was second, you were 13th, so that was an 11 position spread there. And was the late pit stop just for insurance to make sure you hadn't run over any debris on that coming through that wreck?
You know, we were keeping somewhat an eye on what was going on. You know, the fact that they weren't leading makes each position a spot, so you can kind of guess how many spots there are between you. You know, you're doing enough out there trying to hang on to your truck to do a head count on what position you're running the whole time. And when he was up to second, I didn't know where I was. I knew I needed to be further up for some insurance. So, and back on the insurance subject, yes, that is why we pitted at the end there. When they wrecked, I didn't know if I hit any debris or not, but there was a lot of it, and parts flying everywhere. And the fact that the 17 was right around us on the racetrack, we didn't have a lot to give up to go in and pit, so it was a safe call to go in, put 4 fresh tires on, fresher tires on, and make sure that we didn't have any holes in the tires and nothing crazy to happen for a green white checkered. So it was definitely the right call to make, and now we get to celebrate as champions.
Other questions? Bob has one right here, please.
Bob Packer, Sporting News. James, can you just talk? I mean, you have a 21-point lead with 3 races to go. Did you ever think you wouldn't get a top 10 and still be able to eke it out?
The 21-point lead was comforting with 3 races to go, and we managed to give points away every week since. It looked like last week in Phoenix we were going to be able to come here with a little bit of a buffer like the Cup and Nationwide Series have, but we blew a tire with 2 to go. So, it seems like the points leader all year long in this Camping World Truck Series has had just bad luck. Anybody that took over the points lead would run into trouble, and we saw it all year long. The 3, the 17, the 6 when he was leading the points early on, and us earlier this season, we got the points lead and gave it right back. So it seems like if you were the points leader, you were giving up points. So we did everything we could to give up not too many. I don't know how else to word that, but so it all worked out. And coming into this weekend with an 11-point lead, I knew that our team is good enough not to give up 11 points. So it was just a matter of things that are out of our control that could have played into us not winning this championship tonight. So glad everything worked out our way, and having a lot of fun.
And any reason why, this truck had been so good on the 1.5 miles, why you think it wasn't as strong tonight?
If I knew, it would have been better. For whatever reason, we were just off. We got off in practice, and we figured out where we were off. And my teammates, the 4 and the 30, were really fast all night. We saw that, and we looked into their notes after practice, talked with those guys, and we're able to get our truck back in the right direction. This racetrack's a lot different than every other 1.5 miles out there. So, it's just different.
Let's go back in the corner, Steve.
Yeah. I'd like to add he won't be bringing a honey badger back anywhere. He's retired. We build new trucks every week that show better numbers, and he keeps returning to that one. So the only way I know to do is to bring it to Texas and put it in the warehouse there, and it'll be done with. That means he doesn't get it.
There's room in my garage.
Go ahead, Steve.
Steve Richards with PRN. For all 3 of you, first of all, James, can you talk about your what was the first thing you thought when you found out you were the champion? It was official. How emotional did you get?
I was worried that we were going to prematurely celebrate, I guess. There was kind of silence on the radio after we crossed our finish line. I think I made it all the way to turn 3 before somebody really said that we were the champions. I was seeing where the 17 was on the track. I knew he was quite a few spots ahead of us, but I didn't know exactly how many, and I wanted the official word before I started getting too excited. So, I would say it still hasn't set in. Just kind of trying to take it all in.
Any other questions, Steve? Go ahead.
Just for Steve and Michael, could you answer the same thing? What was going through your mind when you found out?
Same thing. It was we were waiting on our computer on the box to update the points. I was making sure it did, and then I kind of just did the math in my head and realized that we definitely had won it. Like James, just didn't want to celebrate too quick, but still hadn't really set in. It'll be tomorrow sometime, realize what we've accomplished here. So just happy.
I won't celebrate. We all 3 go meet Wayne Alton and let him tell us we did win. I sent word that we need to go see him.
Go ahead, Jim. Jim and then Bob.
Jim Utter, Show Observer. James, you started this season with a victory at Daytona. and you end it with a championship at Homestead in another series. Can you just talk a little bit about what this year has been from start to finish?
This year's been incredible for me. First of all, I got married in January, and my wife's my #1 supporter. So to be able to start off the race season after taking that next step in my life with a win at Daytona was incredible. Best thing I'd ever done in racing, and that they kind of opened the floodgates for us to win some races on the truck side. We won 4 of them, and now we're the champions. And that being the champion of the Truck Series definitely trumps winning a race at Daytona. But the race at Daytona is still pretty high up there. But it's been a phenomenal year and for my racing career and for my personal life. So I just feel really blessed.
Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Parker, Sporting News. Steve, do you know how many trucks and nationwide cars you're going to have next year, or did you need this to help?
No, Bob, we knew about 4 months ago what we were going to do next year, but we'll tell you next week.
That's good. Good deal. Okay, any other questions? All right, well, congratulations to this team on this championship, and enjoy it. And I'm sure there'll be others to celebrate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank
All y'all.